Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another video. Welcome to another midday motivational talk. In this particular video, I want to talk about people's perception of you. And I'm speaking specifically to those individuals who have chosen a narrow path, those individuals who are often isolated and alone because they have a greater purpose. Those people who do not think with the group mentality, because most people have a very, very narrow scope on reality right now, especially in this day and age. People have a very narrow scope of reality. So a lot of the times people are veering off. People are beginning to outgrow their immediate circle and spend time alone and really grow spiritually and build up a strong foundation. A lot of people around you, their perception of you is warped. It's completely false, it's completely incorrect, and that's why you cannot live for how others view you. You cannot live for others' perception of you. You cannot begin to look at people's perception of you and embody that perception and begin to look at yourself how others look at you, because that's a battle in itself, and it's a very spiritual battle taking place right now. There's a paradigm shift. There's things happening. There's a transition in the atmosphere. People are changing. Things are changing. The world is changing as we know it. So that battle of levity, that battle of sense, that battle of logic is a frontline battle at this day and age. It's definitely a frontline battle. And we got to talk about this because this message is for somebody. Somebody needs to hear this. There's so many people who are living for the acceptance and the approval of others right now, just trying to compromise and make it through and just slide through life without causing any friction, without causing any problems, without causing any enemies. Listen, if you are a righteous, chosen, God-fearing person who is walking the narrow path, you are going to have enemies in your life. You are going to have enemies. Because there's a light side to things and there's a dark side to things. All right. There are some people who were placed in your life, past, present, and maybe even future, who are simply there to be a barrier, to be a roadblock, to be somebody who is going to hinder you. And people's going to have those perceptions of you because some people are designed to hinder you. Now, if you look at what hindrance is and how to hinder an individual, how to stop somebody from reaching their goals and their full potential, that's when someone tries to hold you to a low standard. See, life is nothing more than a series of events, all right? It's a series of events that take place that is supposed to be learning experiences. It's supposed to change you. It's supposed to be testing grounds. It's supposed to warp your reality. It's supposed to change who you are from the inside out, your experiences. Now, you don't always pass the test. You don't always react well in situations, and none of us are perfect. Some of us are hindered because of our past, things that we done, mistakes we made, tests that we failed. You'll have some individuals out there who would like to hold those mistakes, failures, and hold your past totally against you to the point where that's the only thing they see when they look at you. So no matter how much truth, no matter how much understanding, no matter how much knowledge that the Most High has bestowed upon you, no matter how much you have grown spiritually, no matter how much you have changed, no matter how much you are striving to be a better individual, no matter how much you strive, those people are going to hold you to that same standard. They're not going to respect your growth because it's easier to understand the old you. It's easier to understand that warped perception than you actually being evidence that an individual can change in life, because a lot of people don't change. A lot of people do not change in life. A lot of people stay the same. A lot of people just remain in ignorance. A lot of people don't want to educate themselves. A lot of people don't have common sense in this day and age. And critical thinking has become a thing of the past. So when you excel by leaps and bounds and you become Literal evidence, because the Most High is going to make you evidence that he exists, that he is with us, that he is growing and developing his saints, that he is changing things, that he is making the world see his true power and his glory. And it could be through you. A lot of y'all have great purposes in life. A lot of y'all walking a narrow path. A lot of y'all going through things that you don't quite understand why you're going through them. It's because there's a great calling on your life that was there before you were even born. And no matter the mistakes you made personally, no matter the things you've done, no matter how many hindrances you had, no matter how many roadblocks that you had placed in front of you, you're still evolving, and it's a constant evolution. People don't understand that. They can't wrap their minds around that. So they have a warped perception of you. And then you have people who think, this person thinks they're better than me. This person thinks they're that. They think they're this. Everyone is going to always have opinions of you that's just not true. Some of you people out there, people think, okay, because you're attractive, or because, you're talented, or because you have certain skills and trades, that you are superior to them. That's their own insecurities. That's their own thoughts towards you. Instead of being influenced, instead of being motivated, their thoughts are, oh, this person thinks they're that, and they think they this. They think they all that. They think they all this. And a lot of y'all don't think like that at all. It's a warped perception. No matter how you live your life, no matter what you say out of your mouth, no matter how empathetic you are, no matter how humble you are, no matter how much humility you display, no matter how much you have changed in your life, people are always going to have their personal feelings towards you that's going to be incorrect. All right? People are always going to have their opinions, and you cannot live your life focused on what other people think about you. Because if that was the case, listen, you would not be able to be yourself at all. Because there are always going to be people who disagree, people who hate you, people who dislike you, people who have warped perceptions over your life. But I'm here to tell you, their perception of you is wrong. If it's based on your past, it's wrong. If it's based on what they think on an existential level, what they see on the exterior, how they try to judge, listen, the Most High God says you only can judge a man by his fruits. You only can judge a man by the fruits of his labor. What is he doing? What does his work say? What comes out of this man's mouth? And sometimes, listen, you may have said things that was incorrect. You may have made mistakes in the past, but you always have opportunity to change. You always have opportunity to change, especially when you can address your own personal issues. See, only the narcissist doesn't address their personal issues, evaluate those issues, and begin to change those issues. The narcissists, they don't see anything that they've done wrong. You got people who get out of relationships, and they were the one person was a perfect angel and the other person was a monster. It's never that way. It's never that way in relationships, because the Bible says to a evil man is awarded an evil woman, and vice versa. For a wicked woman is awarded a wicked man. So there's a gray area. That means there was a situation where it was toxicity, and both parties involved must take responsibility for the toxic relationship. If one side says, okay, I made my mistakes, I apologize for this, the other person is holding on, that's narcissistic. That's narcissistic, and a lot of people are like that. But you gotta begin to just rise above all of the voices, all of the he say, she say, all of the slander. And this is how smear campaigns and slander and lies have been formed and created. Because people don't know how to forgive as Christ has forgiven us. People don't know how to look at people for what they're becoming opposed to what they were. People always looking at somebody existentially and what's on the exterior and prejudging individuals. Now, there's also gray areas with that. And I'm going to say this right now. All you people online, especially you people from the urban community, y'all have got to stop taking your damn clothes off online. Put some damn clothes on. Because a lot of y'all, especially you ladies out there, you a lot more deeper You're a lot more spiritual. You're a lot more intelligent. You have so much to offer the world other than showing ass cheeks. And I'm just being straight up with you. And then you don't want people to have a warped perception of you as being a hoe or being a whore. But you're showing your body. So it has to come a time where you understand that what you do, your actions, you have to be held accountable for your actions. All right, it's time to put some damn clothes on. All right, because you can't be hypocritical. You can't dislike a person's perception of you when you're displaying yourself a certain way. You know, Malcolm X, when he was Dirty Reds out here with his hair slicked back and he was running the streets, he was a certain way. He did certain things in these streets. When he changed, when he reformed, when he became different, when he became renewed, when his mind changed, when he elevated, he became Malcolm X, wearing suits, took the perm out his hair, became intellectual, carried himself a certain way. And now is the time where we the people have to begin to carry ourselves a certain way. Put some clothes on. Brothers, pull your pants up. Begin to carry yourself like the kings and queens that we are. And there's no way that people can use your past, because everybody has a past. Everybody has issues they've been through. Some of the things I've been through personally, I speak about on my Patreon account. If you would like to see more detailed examples of some of the things I went through, some of my past and some of the trials and tribulations that I've overcame, then go ahead and click on the link in the description box. And also there's all kinds of uncut raw material there on Patreon that you can really get a lot of understanding on what's going on in these times now. But I'd like to thank y'all for watching, family. Hopefully this video motivated you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Shalom and peace.